Alright.
Alright.
It begins. It begins. And I'm pretty sure the audio is working as well, so that's pretty good.
The new FBI has giving authority to the International Monetary Funds, IMF, to assist the Federal Ministry of Finance and all the organization involved, such as Central Bank, Zenith Bank, and legit lottery organizations to immediately commence. Oh my God. They actually wrote legit lottery organizations.
Legit.
Capital L though, so that's the name of the lottery organization. Yeah.
Why would you name your
Has your stream started?
Yeah, it should have done.
Oh, hey everybody.
Yeah, hi guys. It is pretty unusual. It's kind of interesting though that they would do such a thing. Why? I mean, but why? But why is all I have to say. Why would they? Why would they even attempt this?
Because some people are stupid.
I suppose so. Did they get you? Are you just trying to cover your tracks? You actually did it?
Oh yeah, I sent the money over.
Yeah?
I mean, what? It's only $100, and I could be getting
4.8 million.
back.
Yeah, I mean,
so when you think about it, even if there's like a 1% chance of it being right, that's
worth.
I mean, exactly, it's worth.
I'm
You
not
just do the odds.
That
the
is,
calculation.
it's 4.8 million% worth it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
But divided by 100, because it's $100. So like,
yeah.
So only
that doesn't come on.
48,000.
Yeah. Only 48,000% worth it. But how do you know it's 1%? I'm pretty sure it might be less than that.
It's really fun whenever like they actually call you on the phone.
They do that?
The scammers? Oh yeah. Since you live in the US now, it'll happen to you. Probably like once or twice every 6 months.
That's not
like
good.
You'll get a phone call claiming like, this is Microsoft like tech support. We have determined that your computer has viruses and we need to remote into it to install software to get rid of the viruses. And like they mostly call old people and like trick old people, and it like legit works on them, and it's really like surprising. And so like basically what happens is they just convince the people to like go buy like a prepaid card or something and just send them the number, and it like works.
It's not good. Is that why you got a Raspberry Pi?
No, I got a Raspberry Pi because I wanted a third level of ad blocking, and then I figured out that I could use it as a VPN so I can connect to networks and not have to worry about it because I just VPN into my home network.
That's pretty good.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Does that mean you could get like Canadian
4,000-bit encryption too? So
no one's getting in.
Like, it literally takes like 5.5 hours for me to generate a key because I'm that paranoid about it.
Wow.
It's great.
5.5 hours. That sounds unnecessary.
It is unnecessary, but I'm not taking any chances.
What are you concerned about though?
It's because everybody knows his name now.
Oh yeah.
What, Brazil?
Yeah, I accidentally commented on my YouTube video with my like the way that it works, my YouTube account is it's like 2 accounts. And I choose which user I want to use on that account. One is my name and one is Brazil. And
I Google Plus account?
Yeah. I cleared my cache because we were working on that website and it reset everything. So I just went on to YouTube and it like by default logged into my Google Plus account and I replied to a comment, and then like someone replied later on, like a couple days later, and they were like, who is this guy and why is he pretending to be you? He has your avatar. And I was just like, oh no. Whoops.
Uh-oh.
There was a mistake made.
I think I might have done that
Should be more careful. First, you leak your own name in the screenshot editing video, and now this, Brazil. I mean, come on, dude.
Screenshot editing video?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
We all remember that. Okay, maybe.
Does that mean I know his name?
No one remembers that, I guess.
What's his name? Say it out
Brazil.
loud.
His name is Brazil.
My name is a meme because I was actually named after a popular horror movie villain because I was conceived when that movie came out on the day that it was named after. So I'm literally a meme in real life. I'm literally a meme. It's good, huh?
Oh, if people
Michael?
no.
Friday the 13th?
My birthday is 9 months after Friday the 13th.
Okay.
It's pretty great, isn't it?
Well, that does make sense if your parents conceived you on Friday the 13th. It answers a lot of questions.
Yep.
Wow. And this is when Brazil just became a sociopath, and now he eats human flesh. He actually eats people. If you screw with Brazil, if you try to show him an advert, he will actually eat you. That's how it works. There you go.
So shall we talk about Guild Wars 2?
Yeah, that's the usual preamble sorted out. So Brazil, tell us about Power Reaper. Why is it so terrible? Power Reaper is trash, Brazil. Trash, I tell you. Fully min-max, 27k DPS. Come on, what is that?
That's not bad. That's not trash DPS. That's
I was actually mistaken in that video when I said that I had seen 28k DPS. And that was I remembered it incorrectly because the highest I had seen was 26.4k. And it was so long ago that I was pretty convinced it was 28 because I would roll like 26k DPS and I was like, this just isn't high enough. What am I doing wrong? So anyways, like I started grinding RNG really hard and I got like 27,015, like just over 27k. And I was like, okay, I have set the DPS benchmark. This is the highest anyone's ever rolled with Power Reaper. And then after that, I realized I had the axe trait on when I did it.
Oh, instead of Spinal Shivers.
Yep, and that was like 4 hours of grinding.
So hold on a second. Spinal Shivers is probably like 10k per hit every 10 seconds. So it's probably another 1k DPS on top of that?
It's about 1k DPS because like now I can roll like around 27.5k compared to like 26.5k.
Very nice.
So like the highest I've gotten is like 27.4 or something. And I want to get over 27.5. I'm pretty sure I can with just like good RNG. But I don't know. It's really annoying because there's like a 10,000 damage variable between Gravediggers. Like I'll get like a 30k and then a 40k. Like it's just like how is that like not actually broken or something? It's stupid.
Is it because all like, different modifiers applying or something? Frost Spirit.
I didn't make
Frost Spirit RNG.
Also,
high weapon strength rolls.
Also, a greatsword itself has a variance on it, right? So
yeah, well, everything does. It has weapon strength.
Yeah.
So like maybe it's just a combination of that, but it's like I will just I'll just completely reset at this point if I'm not over 24k DPS at the first 20% of the golem, because like, and there are actually times where I've been like almost 25k on the first 20% of the golem, which is like insanely high. And then in the end, I still come out with like low 26k total DPS.
Is this like what's the food you're using?
The seaweed salad.
We'll try
and what's
ferocity
the
conversion? Ferocity conversion.
Oh, from vitality.
Yeah, it's like a little bit better than sharpening stones.
What might be okay? Hold on, sharpening. So what's your vitality right now?
I can't. I mean, I could log in and check, but I have just over 30k HP.
30k HP, so that's probably around 2,000 vitality, around 2,100.
I'll check. I'll log in.
So hold on a second though. 2,000-ish vitality with sharpening stones. That would be
4%.
Yeah. So you get a little bit under 200 power with a sharpening stone.
With the sharpening stone, you get 100 power.
No, if you have high vitality and
Okay,
It's only 4% of your vitality.
okay.
It's 4% vitality and 6% of toughness.
6% of toughness. Yeah, I have. Where is it?
How much vitality?
I have 1,800 vitality.
Okay.
So 1,800 times
with the food. Hold on. With the food, I have. Okay. Oh yeah, it's 1833 with the food.
1833. So you get 4% of that.
So 4%.
Oh, it's so bad. Vitality is such a trash stat.
And the ferocity food is 10% of your vitality.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Without the ferocity food, it's lower because that's an extra 100 vitality.
With a normal sharpening stone, you'd get around 133 power. And so with the ferocity one, that's much better. You'll probably get 10%, like 8 or 9% critical hit damage.
Wait, if you get 10% of vitality, you get what? 180 ferocity, and that's what? 12%.
15 to 1? Yeah, it's 12%.
12%.
Yeah.
Critical strike damage. Is that better though than the 133 power?
I think
because
so.
the power is just affected
better
by your current ferocity. So there's a lot of weird dynamics going on here.
Brazil, have you considered using
that? ArenaNet doesn't know anything about Power Reaper? Yes, I have.
No, yes, that. But also, have you considered using a writ of magnificent or fabulous or something strength that gives you 200 power?
I have not.
Okay, it gives 200 power when you're above 90%.
Oh yeah, the expensive one that costs like 1 gold an hour to use. Yeah, 5 gold an hour. Okay, good.
I mean, I'll do that.
Utility booster on top of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The writ of masterful strength. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. So you get 200 power scholar rune, and bear in mind you've got loads of vitality, so it's easy, right?
Exactly.
So it's really
instead
easy.
Of a 70% uptime with a. Well, I think it was 70%. Nike was doing tests. He said it's like around 70% uptime with a elementalist of above 90% for scholar runes. So if you have twice the HP or 3 times the HP, it's probably at least 50% uptime. Maybe at least 80% uptime. Maybe even 90.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you might be able to crack 28k, 29k in that case.
If that's the case, yeah, I'm definitely gonna buy it and do it.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, on the golem, you always have scholar, so it's pretty good. But I mean, how Brazil? You can get like 60k burst with Ellie. Nice power reaper.
Yeah, so let's talk about this, okay? So the justification for Power Reaper doing lower damage and everything else is that it buffs itself really well, it debuffs the target really well, vulnerability, and it can have 100% crit chance on its own with like just passives. So like that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
If you're just considering Power Reaper, that makes perfect sense. Except here's a problem, all right? So Thief can take Invigorating Precision, and it can never ever die. Can literally face tank Veil Guardian, because it heals itself so much from critting. Or if you don't need that because Thief has a million dodges anyways and you can just dodge correctly, then you just take no quarter and you maintain permanent Fury. So you have 100% crit chance on yourself easy. And with Daredevil, you have unconditional damage bonus opposed to base Thief where you have to be like behind stuff, etc.
Yeah.
So Thief survives. No. I'm not even
close to being done. Okay, go.
So that's one example, right? Like Thief is just as survivable as Power Reaper, and it's just passive nonsense too. So now let's think about like a warrior or something. Warrior just takes Forceful Greatsword, and it can buff 25 might on itself with strength runes. And it can crit a lot because it has banners, and you just put banners down solo or take signets to increase your precision. And so it also has a giant HP pool, and it has heavy armor. And you can take like really stupid heal skills like Defiant Stance or Blood Reckoning, and you just don't die on warrior solo play or in groups. Now let's think about Guardian. Guardian can permanently block literally everything. It has like 7 heal skills that are insane. Like it buffs itself with Might and Fury now that they redid the Scepter. It has really high range damage. So Guardian is probably as survivable as Reaper, but you just have to just have to press buttons, and it does 10k more DPS and has 100% crit chance too. Solo, whatever.
Yeah.
Like Elementalist, you have 1200 range. You have like a focus that makes you invulnerable. You have plenty of escape. You're slippery, and you can just like burst down mobs really hard, and it doesn't matter. What other classes do we have? Revenant, 2 heal skills, and one of them just like converts damage into healing. Like you have shields, like you have blocks, you have escape, you have super speed, you have permanent boons forever. What else do we have? Mesmer. Mesmer can kite things, it can range things, it can block everything, it can slow things down, it can immobilize stuff. It can shatter, stun, daze. And if you like play a bursty greatsword spam shatter build, you can just wreck open world content. What else do we have? What other classes are there? Have I gone through everything? We've gone through Engineer is like I don't even need to explain. Like I really don't even need to get into Engineer. So essentially Power Reaper just does less damage than everything because ArenaNet decided that it was going to do less damage. There's no real justification for it.
So let's say 28k, and that's like pushing it tryhard, right?
That's actually probably impossible, but yeah, let's say that.
Pushing it tryhard. And that's about 15 to 20% less than Elementalist. 15 to 20% less than Guardian, and 10 to 15% less than Thief, I think.
But the thing is, it also doesn't do anything. It's just all it can do is damage.
Help. It doesn't help. It doesn't give anybody any buffs, really. But so that's the main problem.
And that's because
all of its self buffing doesn't matter in raids at all.
Yeah,
that's just irrelevant.
But yeah, the problem with Power Necro, is that it doesn't give a reason for anybody to want it in a raid. So like you might like it.
Yeah.
You might like it. You go into a raid and you say, "Hey, I'm doing almost as much damage as you, but I'm never gonna die because like even though a thief can heal itself to full really easily and dodges a lot, it's still very, very killable with one big hit. But a Necromancer, you're not going to get that.
Yeah.
So that's the only plus side, really, for a Power Necro, is the ability to tank stuff and not have to worry about dodging. But it's like it's trying to put a raid on easy mode when nobody wants you to do that. Because it makes it harder for everybody else.
Yeah, but I mean, there's no option. I mean, Necro... but loads of other classes are pretty easy to survive on as well. That's the point Brazil is making. Like, they're really easy
in different ways, yeah, but not really.
I don't know. I mean, with Mesmer, you could just block everything. With Thief, you can just dodge everything. With Guardian, you have the dank block. You can just F3 everyone, so that's pretty good. I don't know. I mean, yeah. I mean, Necro is unkillable. Don't get me wrong. Necro is probably the most unkillable class in PvE. I would probably say, unless you're playing some Minstrel Chrono shit, then Minstrel Chrono is the most unkillable thing in PvE. But I mean, Necro is like the old fucking minion build was just actually invulnerable. But if you took blood magic, it was actually unkillable. There was nothing.
Yep.
There was nothing you could do. It was like the boss.
Let's also, this one's fun, yeah. Let's compare Power Necro to Condi Necro in terms of like utility and bringing it along.
Oh, you may have muted yourself, Brazil.
No, I mean like Connie Necro has Epidemic.
Mhm.
It can just like spam everything. Like it's insane basically.
Yeah,
Like
and
the
it's true
damage
actually.
is probably the same, maybe a little higher, depending.
Condi, I think,
Like,
is lower now.
yeah, it is because they decided that they needed to nerf that too.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say
So they
nerf.
nerfed Listform.
I would say delete.
Yeah, that's fair. Because nobody uses it anymore.
The thing about the worst thing about the Power Necro as a whole right now is that, at least for PvE, for raids, is that like when you consider other classes and you're like, okay, something might come in the patch in the next expansion, we might get something that'll help or solve the issues in the next expansion. With Power Necro, the Reaper is supposed to be the Power Necro trait
Savior.
line. It's supposed to be the Power Necro trait line. So if that's not doing it, then they're not going to come up with another Power Necro trait line lead spec. So they're going to have to just change Reaper in some way to make it work.
And they can only they have to do a either change traits that don't get used in PvE or PvP rather, or they need to do a split, because like Necro is already pretty disgusting in PvP. As I mean, it's pretty core. You're always going to see Necros going crazy because the amount of Ebola you can put down. Like Power Necros, because they buff Power Necro a bit, it's very popular right now. Because you can actually still have decent boom pressure with Power Necro, and well, corruption pressure rather. But you can also still do like an insane amount of damage as well, and just spin around in circles and just cleave people brutally by spinning around in circles. If they buff Reaper Shroud too much, it's just going to be completely disgusting in PvP. So they'll have to split it, or they're going to have to.
But that happens. The last PvP update was all split skills.
Split skills.
It's very possible.
There is the easiest way to fix it is add 2 stat gear with power and ferocity.
They might do that too.
Only those stats. That is the easiest way to fix it.
What about this way then?
Or they just rework Soul Eater or whatever. What's the trait called? I don't even know. I think it's Soul Eater.
I feel like two stat armor.
But like the problem with that is you run the risk of other stuff also abusing it, which
like arcane elementalists.
Yeah.
How about though if you focused on debuffing, we follow Papa Nemesis's suggestion, we follow his path. What if Necromancer vulnerability was better than non-Necromancer vulnerability? So vulnerability you apply is 50% better or something. Because you're that's
a unique thing for everybody.
Exactly, a unique thing for Necromancer, and make it so they overwrite the stacks, right? So make sure that random elementalist vulnerability or whatever doesn't just completely meme the Necromancer, because that would be just hilarious. Make it so that Necromancer vulnerability is better, and that means you're buffing the team, but actually you're not buffing the team, because that's not what Necros do in the roleplay lore-wise. You're actually debuffing the enemy, but it buffs the team.
That would 50% would be way too strong.
Just do it, Boots.
50%.
No, make it another 25%.
Another 20.
It's just one single debuff that you have to do something to maintain on the target.
Like it's a unique vulnerability.
Another 25%. Okay.
Okay. Just 25% extra damage if you bring a Necro. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sure.
100% vuln buff. Yes, it sounds balanced. Yeah. It's like suddenly, Necro is now mandatory because it makes everyone else even more broken. Seems good. I think you'd have to be so careful with that though, because I think that a vulnerability buff will be so ridiculous that you'd always run a Necro now instead of an LA.
That brings us to a discussion though that I think it probably has a simple answer, is that in the future, do you think it's smart for ArenaNet to give each class a unique buff of some kind?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because there's a pretty good chance that stacking all of them at once will be really, really good. So you'll get some diversity going.
Exactly.
The more multipliers you add into the game, the more likely you're going to use them all. Because it's pretty good stuff. I don't know. If it's the same with Revenant, right? Revenant is trash right now, but the only you kind of think plus 150 ferocity, that that's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. But imagine if Revenant did a little bit better personal DPS, and you might think, well, maybe that 150 ferocity is actually worth it on all of our power classes. But now because you're on 5/5, it's not as good because it doesn't get distributed as much. But because you kind of waste it. So suppose you're running like a Condi Druid or something, then it's kind of wasted. Or if you're running Condi Warrior, it's kind of wasted. So it's kind of
PRB real fast.
It just doesn't fucking work.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So I heard, and I also saw in the chat, some people talking about some build working pretty well in Thief Mystic builds yesterday.
Yes, it's true.
What's this all about?
It was a dodge spammer, spin thief.
Okay, but you're not talking about dagger, right?
No, it wasn't dagger actually. It's really, really weird. It was like sword dagger or something. Sword dagger short bow, but the way it was played was using short bow poison fields and spamming dodges through it. And it had the Daredevil heal, Signet of Agility, and the Sigil of Energy on weapon swap. So the guy was just going crazy, spamming dodges like a complete lunatic. And it actually worked.
That's pretty good.
It worked pretty well.
Yeah. So I'm just going to link the montage I did if nobody's seen it so far.
Second magnum opus.
Yeah, it works. So that's the one you have to follow. And yes, it works in general, just applying pressure, but it works best in the 20 poison engage. That's the best way to use it, to kill someone right away.
Look at that. Absolutely disgusting. Look at all these noobs. They don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at them just get wrecked. But what do you do after the burst happens?
What's happening?
You switch to dagger pistol and you headshot spam them.
Oh my god.
So they're stuck in place with a bunch of poison and they can't cast anything to heal it.
Do you run the pulmonary impact trait as well? Yeah.
The witch? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, obviously. Oh my god. And then you have pressure striking and trickery, right, as well.
Yeah,
and spams torment. This build is so cancerous.
And your steel also applies 5 confusion, so every time you interrupt them afterwards, also it's another 1,000 damage.
I saw something really funny since it sounds like we're talking about Thief. So the Skyhammer jump pads count as a skill.
Headshot.
And you can headshot people that are going up that and interrupt the skill and they fall down and you can stack pulmonary impacts on them.
Nice.
And it just insta-kills them. And we should also mention how Skyhammer should just have remained a funny gimmick meme map. It's what it should have been. And it should never have been gutted and reworked for competitive play because it's actually worse now, in my opinion. It's just boring, unfun trash.
Yeah, what's so bad about it?
It's tiny. Like there's still like
it is very small.
Like dumb terrain kiting. The jump pads have like no variance, and you run over them on accident, and it bounces you up. Like some classes are just objectively better at the map, basically.
But that's every map.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, like every teleporting class is objectively better at all maps, essentially.
Yeah, but it's like dumb gimmick stuff, like chilling and crippling and kiting people up the jump pad and killing them with conditions because they can never catch you, or like longbow ranger stuff where they just spam like rapid shot and kite you with that. It's not a skillful or like good better. It's just dumb gimmick stuff. And again, like Greg 2010 says, it's just plain. Like,
but can't you
nothing on the map?
LOS people when they're ranging you like that?
Yeah, you can, but like the thing is that they just like cripple you or chill you or something, and they can just like kite super well. And like the midpoint is just a disaster. It's cramped. The camera angles are horrible. Like you can just get spammed with knockbacks like off the point permanently.
Yeah.
It's just a really stupid bad map. It would have been completely fine if they just left it as like a custom arena meme, basically. Like it would have been totally fine.
Yeah,
That's
I
what it
used
should
to
be.
I used to dislike Skyhammer, but I don't mind when in ranked. I didn't mind it that much this season. I don't know why. Well, I was playing a thief most of the time, so maybe that's why. But I think that saying they should just leave it in unranked, not try to make things into ranked, is not the right way to go about things.
It shouldn't even be an unranked.
I just
It
don't
should
like
just
the fucking
be-
jump pads. The jump pads are just, oh my god, just please no.
Yeah, I think the jump pad should be like the old, what's it called? The SAB mushrooms jumpers. Like instead of it automatically getting you somewhere, you could actually control where you go in the air.
Yeah, that's how they used to be. And it was
I know, I
too
like that.
inconsistent, so they took them off. Like they
I
may
know
as
it's
well just make them
inconsistent,
like teleporters or something now.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's it. But yes, it's inconsistent, but at the same time, it sort of rewards
People that are good at it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So I would rather have jump pads like that. That's true. That's one thing of the map that I don't like. But I honestly think that it's better to try to work maps instead of giving up on maps and just sort of consigning them to not ranked, not even unranked. I think
No. Because Skyhammer was developed as a funny meme map, and everybody complained because they were bad and got knocked off the side. And because it is literally a stealth gimmick, just meme troll map. That is what it is. That's what it was designed for. That's what it should be. Like they should have just left it at that. Like it would have been completely fine. Just leave it for custom arenas or something. They shouldn't have just gutted it and left the same map and just took out all of the memes and just made it into a boring, stupid, bad map. So they could shove it into ranked play for more variety. Because it's like the opposite of variety now. You don't ever want to see it or have it. It basically got the necro treatment.
the Skyhammer mechanic is pretty good though. It's like one of the few map mechanics where you think, holy shit, this actually matters a lot. You know? The Skyhammer is a really big deal if you can get it. Decaps every point that you don't have, and on every single point a giant laser just smites your enemies. Well, that's pretty fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good to have a map where the mechanic is actually important. I mean, I got on Foe Fire, no one gives a shit. The Lord, I don't know, it sometimes comes into play, I guess. Like Kylo, I mean, come on, Trebbing in current year, in 2017, Trebbing. Let's see, Temple, the mechanics do matter. You got to say that. Temple, mechanics do matter.
Yeah, they're the exact same as Skyhammer, interestingly enough.
Kind of, yeah.
It just doesn't have whatever stillness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's a capture, and you just like knock everything off the points, and you capture it instantly.
Yeah. It's like a better Skyhammer, mega Skyhammer, because it caps them as well.
Yeah.
But you have to do a bullshit channel, and if you even get hit once, you just go, lose concentration, have to start again. I actually really like Capricorn, actually. I'm surprised they didn't put Capricorn in ranked, honestly. I think it's a good map.
I like Capricorn too.
I think it was too new to being brought back. It needed more testing, more people giving feedback on it before it could be put into ranked. You know?
I think that's fair. I mean, there are some complaints about it being giant. It is pretty big. It is a giant map. So I guess people don't like it.
And
but,
also,
you might as well have some big maps at least.
And also, I'm not so sure how much I like how even all of the points are to each other.
Got a big triangle setup.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you might as well have some variety. If it's all the same, then I mean, why? Would you? I mean, what else could you have? Spirit Watch? I mean, come on, fuck that map. I saw someone say Spirit Watch Craigasm, but come on, Spirit Watch is just, what the fuck is that?
I don't think I've ever used the orb mechanic anytime I've ever been on Spirit Watch.
It's a weird mechanic.
Yeah.
The correct way to do the orb mechanic is you just let someone take it up to the point and you kill them and then you put the orb in.
It's a good way.
Keep Stronghold away from ranked. I mean, Stronghold should have its own ladder, but seeing as there are 10 players, I don't think it's gonna work. Just replace Conquest with Stronghold seems good. I agree.
So what's this future of Stronghold now?
Deletion.
Removed from ranked?
No, they're just
make it 3v3.
They're not gonna delete it, but they're gonna pretend like it doesn't exist, and that's fine. I like Stronghold.
I haven't seen it in a while.
Well, I mean, yeah, because there is no point in playing it now. Because in my opinion is that unranked is just pointless. There is no reason to have unranked in the game, because it is, even if you lose, it's more rewarding to play ranked. So why not just play ranked? Because you get rewarded for losing, and I just don't get why you would play unranked. And there's like unranked is pointless, and seeing as you know you can only play Stronghold in unranked, it is therefore pointless to do so. Or yeah, unless you just want to just stomp noobs, you know. Practice classes in unranked though. I mean, can you? It's like most people who play unranked are just like first timers. I don't know, dude. I mean, if you want to practice classes, you should just duel people. I don't know. I don't think.
Dueling. When's that come into the game?
Well, I mean, I don't know. 1v1. I don't know. I don't think unranked is very helpful. Unranked is you fucking. Why would you even want to do that shit? Just play ranked. Just play ranked instead. You can 5-man queue in unranked. So yeah, you could bully people. It's like the cyberbullying queue, you know. You know, that's pretty fucking good. You know, you can just go with a 5-man and practice your sick team play. Just crush people. So I mean, either that's a good use for unranked, but no.
Mm-hmm. So nothing really. What was in the patch last week? There was.
They added. Wait, what did they add? More gem store?
I think so, and they removed Winter's Day.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's gone now.
So that means that next week there's probably something, right? Or is it the week after now?
Well, I don't know. I actually don't know. I'm becoming less certain. You know, if you'd ask old Teapot, 2016 Teapot said, yeah, they'll do something soon. But actually, I have no fucking clue what's gonna happen. I'm expecting a server fix, obviously. That's gonna be in there.
I figure that the last week happened because they were coming back from vacation and they couldn't really do anything on vacation. And I figured next week we're gonna get, knock on wood, raid announcement.
Gemster.
No. Raid announcement? I think that. Yeah. I want to agree with you, but I think that's ambitious. It's
ambitious. I'm going swinging for the fences here, but
they will release legendary armor announcements at the same time they do raid announcements. So it's not going to be for another year and a half.
You think they do?
It's not going to be a year and a half.
They cannot do a raid announcement without talking about legendary armor.
Yeah. Why not?
Because it's going to make people mad and cause people to trash talk the game on Reddit, and it's
that anyway.
They're gonna do it anyway. Yeah,
you do that all the time.
It won't happen. If there is a raid announcement, then it will mean that there's going to be a legendary armor update as well.
Yeah, I think they must be pretty close to finishing legendary armor by now.
No.
They've done one set, and they showed it off, and they said that the other sets were kind of, you know, coming along. They've had some time since then. It's been a while, so they should announce legendary armor. The raid will be out in 3 weeks' time. The raid is coming out in 3 weeks, guys. There we go. Job done.
Mm-hmm. And then we'll have a
let's just ask Sadrian, since he knows everything, apparently.
Oh. Is he here? Sadrian, hello? Tell us.
Oh. Okay. The legendary. Ooh, we have a British person is indefinitely suspended. Oh, okay. Light armor butt cape. I didn't see. I haven't looked at the. What does it look like? Does it look any good?
The precursor? I don't like the precursor.
It's bad.
The light armor precursor, I kind of despise it. The heavy looks kind of cool. The heavy legendary armor preview looks kind of cool. The medium.
It's like Optimus Prime, and it's bad.
The medium set is. There are some nice pieces on it. It looks pretty cool. Actually, it looks pretty badass. But it is only the first precursor. We have to give them that. We have to say
And it's just
that.
a precursor. There are, I mean, all the legendary weapons, the precursors look pretty terrible compared to
if you look at when you try and craft the legend, you just end up with a stick and then a burnt stick, and then you make the legend. It's a stepping stone process, isn't it? And Spark, when you try and make Spark, it's literally just a burnt up piece of shit. Is what you actually have before you make Incinerator. So we mustn't judge a legendary by its precursor, guys. Okay.
Exactly.
Sadrian.
What is the best looking precursor out there?
Twilight and Sunrise.
Yeah. The swords, the great swords, actually look pretty cool.
They're very good.
Oh, the Dusk, yeah.
Yeah, Dusk and Dawn, whatever.
Yeah, they actually look like they could be solid skins in their own right. That's actually pretty cool.
The Hope precursor is pretty decent.
I don't mind the Storm for Meteorologicus.
I don't actually know what that looks like.
It looks like Meteorologicus, only it doesn't spin.
Okay.
I like the Trident precursor. I actually have it on my Necro.
Really?
Like,
what is it? What's it called? Venom?
It's a wooden staff with snake heads wrapping around the top.
Oh, that is actually pretty cool.
Honestly, I think it looks better than Nevermore, like the whole legendary.
If I could use a Kraken as a staff, that would actually be really cool.
Oh, I would immediately
Holy
make
shit,
that. I would have it instantly.
That's actually really good. Hang on, let me try and show it to the stream. There we go. Hello, stream. Look at this.
Yeah,
remake.
Yeah, that doesn't look that good. The experimental envoy.
Yeah, it doesn't look great. But Kraken. Imagine if this was a staff, guys. Just imagine if this was a staff. That would be pretty fucking cool, right? You've got the little snakes, and their heads are all animated. You've got the weird things going around the staff, but they're also snakes. And then you have the water going through. That should be pretty fucking cool.
It also, like, Kraken has a night and day effect, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it does. It has piranhas that swarm around.
Oh. So there we go. New patch, please. Make tridents and staves interchangeable skins. Go. Look, it's got
like that would honestly be an amazing change. Like that would be a really good change.
Yeah, it actually would be. That'd be pretty fucking good.
Have you guys ever seen the skin Vasago?
Yeah, it's like Frostfang except brown. Brown Frostfang.
What?
Brown
It's like
Frostfang.
a mixture between Frostfang and Rodgort.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a Halloween skin, isn't it? I think.
It's pretty cool for a 3 gold skin.
Yeah, it doesn't cost anything, yeah. It's pretty good. Everyone buy up the Kratkins? No, I've already market manipulated the Kratkins. Too late. I already have all of them. But yeah, it is a pretty cool skin.
Before I said that, I should have bought up a bunch of Vasagos.
Yeah. Now we just lost on money. We could have market manipulated. Nice job, Boots. Nice attempt to market manipulate. Wow, but we actually failed. Ink's dyed it. I'm pretty sure he's probably asleep. It's fine. Don't worry, guys. They're not snakes. They're eels. Eels are even better, actually. Eels are pretty cool, guys. Because they got little funny. They electrocute you. They fucking get you.
So the Raven staff has little ravens every time you crit.
Does it, or is that just not Nevermore?
Yeah, it does.
It does.
It's Nevermore.
It's pure Ebola as well. On Keep Construct, it looks horrible. It actually looks terrible. Anything that has a big hitbox, you ruin your teammates' experience.
That.
Why do you like what? No. Why do you like it?
Because it's great. You get to annoy people. It's like the what's it called? I forget the name of it, but the shark spear.
Oh, it shows the giant shark heads. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so annoying. On the fractal jellyfish boss is just terrible. It's fucking horrible.
It's great.
Don't use that. Don't use that, guys. Makes the game unplayable for everyone in your team. Yeah.
I think it's good.
Well, I mean, it is pretty cool. It's pretty cool, but it's just really annoying. Nevermore, Nevermore is pretty vomity. Look at it, disgusting.
The Dreamer is the worst, says Mithran. The Dreamer doesn't summon unicorns every time you crit, does it?
No, it just makes it. It summons unicorns every time you fire. It's even
The projectiles.
yeah, and it makes a noise as well every time you shoot. So with quickness and shortbow, with like a druid or a thief or something, it's just horrible. Oh my god. Yeah, with a Condu druid with Dreamer, it's just oh my god, it's horrible.
I think the tiger shortbow skin, I don't even want to say the name because I hate it. I think that's one of the worst skins in the entire game, honestly.
Oh, really? Why? It's
not
trash.
Just legendary?
It actually looks pretty cool.
I think it's I would rather have like the ice bow skin than like that, or the spider bow. No, because those are objectively better.
Okay, so you're saying worst legendary skins?
No, I'm saying that the tiger bow is one of the worst skins.
Why? What's so bad about it?
It's plain. The effects are.
It's a lot less plain than a lot of other skins.
Yeah, but most other skins don't cost like 3k gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a series of tubes that has tigers in the middle of it. It doesn't even look like a bow.
I think the particle effects are really good. The skin itself is kind of where, whatever. It's not great. I don't know, people said it was kind of recycled as well as like an ascended bow or something, where they just put some tigers on it. But I think the projectile effects and the unsheath effect is so fucking cool, though. I think the effects are really good.
Are the footsteps still backwards?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Let me just look at this. That's not plain at all. I would even say that that's like a little ostentatious for a short bow.
It's a pretty big short bow. You could pass that off as a longbow, I would say.
That is the opposite of plain for a short bow. I'm sorry, Brazil. I completely disagree.
It's you're saying that because it has particle effects. If it didn't have particle effects...
No, I'm looking at it without the particle effects.
Yeah, it looks like a fence. like an iron fence.
I don't see it.
Are you blind? Like, do you have your glasses on? Yeah, it looks like...
I don't know. For me, it looks pretty fancy. Like, definitely fancier than the Moot. Definitely fancier than...
But the Moot is really fancy, though. It's got the little trumpets on it. It's all shiny.
So it has Shrek
disco
ears.
ball. Shrek ears.
The Moot has Shrek ears.
Little Shrek ears coming out of it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know, and Shrek is terrible.
The Moot and Infinite Light. You can literally roleplay as an ogre.
It's all ogre now.
Does anything use mace and sword at the same time? I guess Warrior.
In the next expansion?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. No, that's Thief is mace and
pistol. Oh god.
I will forgive ArenaNet for every single thing that they have ever done that is bad. Which, mind you, like that's a couple of things. If they give Thief a mace, and I can play mace pistol and shoot the mace out of the pistol. If they do that, I will never say anything bad about the game until the end of time.
We have it in writing.
Yes. So
this is recorded.
You will never complain about Guild Wars 2 if ArenaNet allow you to load a mace into a pistol and fire the mace out of the pistol. Okay.
Like I win this no matter what, because if Thief gets Rifle, which I think is a very strong possibility, I have Predator, Incinerator, and Hope on the same character. That is insanely good. Mm-hmm. If Thief gets a Mace, which I think is also likely, then I get Mace, Hope, and Incinerator on the same character. There's no loss.
Are you gonna go for Eureka?
Yeah, I'll make Eureka immediately. It's
a good one.
I don't know. Eureka, it kind of looks cool, but I'm actually not that big a fan of it, actually.
Oh, come on. I think the best part of Eureka is the effect.
When I first saw it, I thought, holy shit, this mace is amazing. But actually, then I kind of looked at it and I thought, oh, it's kind of a bit, it's just a rock.
But the effects, though.
The draw effect is really cool. And the
draw effect, the stone footsteps. Really cool. Yeah.
But the actual model is kind of... is this a rock?
Okay. It's a magmatic rock, yeah.
It's just a rock, that's all it is. And you bash people with it, and it's got a trail on it.
I mean, isn't that what a mace is?
Should we talk about... Card made a good point. Should we talk about, like, Stormbow compared to the legendaries and stuff like that?
How does Stormbow look? I'm going to take a look at it real quick.
Well,
It has its own bowstring. It has particle effects. It has sound.
Stormbow is only such a dank meme because Kudzu didn't have its own bowstring for the entirety of the game until they made Stormbow with its own bowstring, so they kind of got called out really hard for that. And now it has its own bowstring. I like Kudzu as well. I think Kudzu is a really cool skin. It's just a shame that it only really works on Druid. It only makes sense.
Sylvari Rangers.
Yeah, like Rangers, right? Because Condi Warrior, you're playing Condi Warrior with Kudzu, the leaf bow, but you burn people, so it doesn't really make any sense. Like Guardian, not really. So it doesn't really make a lot of sense there. But you know, Stormbow's pretty cool. You know,
it's cool, but it's not amazing. I'm looking at it now. It doesn't have footfalls. It just has draw sounds, and it looks like a basic bow, but the basic bow is invisible, and instead you have some storm inside.
I like Stormbow a lot. Actually, I don't have it. I didn't buy it, but yeah, I think it's really cool.
I don't think I'd buy it.
It is, yeah. A lot of people really like Stormbow because it was in Guild Wars 1, so they were kind of jerking themselves off because of Guild Wars 1, right? So
yeah.
They were really into it because it was in the other game, right?
Yeah, so but that's not going to be a legendary weapon, though. I mean, the Chaos weapons didn't become legendary weapons.
No.
Chaos weapons were in Guild Wars 1, and they came out as gem store items.
That's kind of the whole point. That's the whole point Brazil's making, right? They're selling skins that are really, really fancy in the gem store, right? That's the point. Because
You know, something that's really fun. This is really fun. Since the launch of the game, I have wanted a skin set that matched Twilight, where I could use like an entire armory of weapons that matched my Twilight on something. And like with Frostfang, one of the reasons I really wanted Frostfang was because like I love Norn and Ice, and the whole entire Corrupted set matches it like perfectly. And then they added the Bloodstone weapons, which have the same color like hilt and grip as Twilight, and they have like blood red like textures and blades and stuff. And they're like kind of fancy. And then they made a glider that matches it, and now my Power Reaper looks absolutely perfect. Because like the armor.
Oh.
What? Did I mute again?
Yeah, you muted again.
Oops. Basically, my Power Reaper has the perfect wardrobe because I have a weapon set that matches Twilight and a glider that matches Twilight and wardrobe and dyes that match Twilight too. It's perfect.
That sounds pretty good. Are you going to do an account tour so we can see it?
Yeah, I recorded one.
It's funny you should say that.
I recorded it. It was like an hour long. And then after I did it, I realized that I could make my warriors look better, so I changed them both. And then I realized that the Bloodstone glider was still in the gem store, so I got that. And then I was like, I should probably just redo this. But somehow, in the meanwhile, my account value was 93,000 gold whenever I recorded that account tour, and now it's dropped to 88,000, and all I've done is grind Gravediggers. So the only conclusion I can come to is that Power Reaper reduces your account value.
You lose money every Gravedigger, you lose gold. ArenaNet doesn't want you to play it. Wow, you're worth so much more than me, Brazil. What the fuck? You're 50% more than me. I'm 62,000 gold.
How do you find out how much you're worth?
Guildwars2efficiency.com.
Account value.
What are you worth, Boots?
Nothing.
Tell us.
Is it even like 10k?
Tell us, Boots.
It's more than 10k.
15k.
No, it's 28,000.
Oh, okay. But that's pretty respectable. That's a lot of gold.
Yeah, it's alright. That's alright.
Imagine if someone... You wouldn't be laughing if someone just hacked 28,000 gold.
That's true. That's true.
Exactly.
Good point. Where's my money coming from? Liquid gold, 946. So if I sold all the stuff in the...
What's your liquid gold at? What's your liquid gold at, Brazil?
6.
6 liquid
6 gold?
I have 6 gold.
Well, hold on a second. Doesn't that include all your materials?
I don't have any materials.
What did you do with all your materials?
I sell them as soon as I get them.
Oh.
That was the big point of my account tour, actually. I was like, you're not going to believe my mat collection. And I open up the bank tab and there's nothing in it.
So, but then how did you, how do you have 6 gold?
Because I just bought writs of masterful strength.
Oh my god. How many did you buy?
Don't worry about it.
Oh my god. He's fucking market manipulating. What?
What's it at now?
I don't know.
I have to see this. Writ of masterful strength.
I have liquid gold, 5.5k liquid gold. We're halfway to another raid tournament, guys.
I think it's the same as it was before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it didn't go up.
Oh, I forgot to get my machete.
Daily machete, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm poor. Everyone, give me money, please, for next raid tournament. Easy. Otherwise, there will be no raid tournament. Simple.
Okay, is Writ of Masterful Strength at 5 gold just because there are so few scribes making them, or is it because that's
probably.
what they actually cost?
Yeah. I believe it's, I think Base said in chat that it's half the cost if you make it yourself.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Or something like that.
Time to spend 600 gold on becoming a scribe, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, maybe it's expensive as well. Probably is.
So I had no idea I had, because I only have like 20 gold in my account. I had no idea I had 920 gold as materials. That's pretty good. I'm gonna have to sell those.
Yeah.
Maybe it's all Mystic coins. Maybe I have a huge stash of Mystic coins.
I have a lot of Mystic coins.
Speaking of, how much do you have?
I have over a stack of Mystic coins right now.
Oh, that's pretty good. A stack being 250?
250, yeah. But I sold a bunch recently because I needed some gold. So, I used them. What did I use them for? I can't remember what I used them for, actually. I made Mystic Clovers. Why did I make Mystic Clovers?
That's silly.
I made Mystic Clovers because I made the legendary back piece, the PvP one. But I also sold a bunch as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still need 45 clovers for my legendary armor because I had to tap into my reserve to make hope.
How many clovers do you need for legendary armor?
90.
90, okay. Alright.
I have 45, but you just get them from PvP. Like, I've gotten basically all of those from PvP.
Yeah. That's a good
clovers.
It's a good way to go about it, especially seeing as PvP is very profitable right now.
Yeah. 400 transmutation charges?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I have over 300 now. I had like 60, and then I played PvP. Now I have 300. So, oh, that's pretty good.
I do not. Oh my god. I go through too many transmutation charges. I think I'm at like 6 now because I keep on using them because I like making my characters look good. I once had over 200 and then they were all gone.
Arcane TSGK says, does everyone have the 30 chalk eggs and 300 provisioner tokens? Yeah, see, I've had everything basically since you could get it for legendary armor. Like, I've had my provisioner tokens basically since Heart of Thorns came out. I've had, like, as soon as you could get them, like, I grinded my chalk eggs and, like, reclaimed plates and auric ingots, which are really easy to get. Like, I've got the stable. I have literally everything.
Literally.
Except the Mystic Clovers, but, like, that's easy enough.
Tour.
Well,
I'm a good character.
Can you just pretend that the provisioner tokens is just a bad dream? Because I want legendary armor, but I can't be fucked to do this shit. I don't want to do it. I don't want to make provision. It's so cancerous. ArenaNet, I know you listen to everything that we say, okay? Just change the fucking recipe. Just troll Brazil really hard, please. Change it to 300 fucking ectos or something. I don't know. I don't give a shit. Like 300 toads, like you know the toads that you can harvest from one of the heart events. Just change it to 300 toads, and you put them in the Mystic Forge instead of the provisioner tokens. It's like provisioner tokens are just stupid. They're the worst thing in the entire fucking game. It's pure cancer, and I don't want to do it.
Rim brings up a good point. He says, "I thought Brazil still missed the 1.5K of every currency." Yeah, I actually I bought the armor sets from like Dragon Stand and Verdant Brink. I bought all of that stuff, and then like I just used my Leyline Matter Converter daily. Got like 100 crowbars from literally 100 days of opening it, and then just farmed up the Verdant Brink currency without doing anything. And now I'm up to like 40 machetes as well. And after 150 days, legendary armor still hasn't come out. That's like half a year, a little bit less than half a year.
Feels bad, man.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, actually, I was just in the middle of taking screenshots of my characters, but this is taking too long, and then I realized I have to upload them, so I'm not doing that anymore.
Why are you screenshotting your characters though?
Because I want to show off how good they look.
Do they really look good though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fashion Wars 2. I mean, but I mean, maybe legendary armor will make your characters look even better.
Maybe I'm gonna have to start getting some legendary insights.
Yeah. How many insights do you have, Boots?
Like 19.
19. Only what, like 131 to go. Just buy raids. You could just buy raids from. Well, you're on NA, so just buy raids from Hamato. He's a good guy. He helped me with raids yesterday.
Give it to me for free, Hamato.
Would he really help you for free though? I don't think he would.
Yeah. We go way back, Hamato and I.
He's in chat. Okay, Hamato, will you give raids to Boots for free? Here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Let's find out.
Say yes, Hamato. There we go.
Well, he actually can. What the fuck? He's actually gonna hook you up. There you go.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
He's like one of my best friends, Hamato. Right? Yeah. We haven't talked in like 2 years, but yeah, sure.
I would have 410 insights if I didn't miss raids last week.
So you can nearly make all 3 sets.
Make all 3 sets.
All 3 sets, do you need 900 provisioner tokens?
Yes.
I mean,
what?
Let's just let that sink in for a little bit.
Just imagine that.
That is 3 months straight of going to vendors. And like 3,000 gold.
It's a lot.
3 months going to 12 vendors every single day for 3 months.
I think I understand the 6 gold now. So what you're saying, Brazil, is you're ready for legendary armor to come out.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The worst part of this is I'm not even convinced it's going to look good. Like, I hate how the heavy armor looks, and it looks like the precursor armor. Like, you can see the relation like very easily. I am horrified that like the medium and the light armor are just gonna look bad. And I'm just going to have all this stuff sitting here, and I'm just going to make it for the sake of making it, and I won't even use the skins.
Brazil, what if, instead of shoulder pads, on each shoulder, there were little guns with maces inside them that shoot out?
I'd buy it.
All right, good. You hear that, ArenaNet? Do you guys think there should be more than one track to get the leg armor? For me, I'm not saying it should be any less difficult, but I would welcome the alternative path to it. What's the current path to it that makes it difficult?
Yeah. What is it? What do you mean by that? I mean, I don't know. No, I mean, no. I mean, no. It's I don't get it, dude. I mean, what do you? I mean, you have to raid, yeah, but I mean. Should you be able to get the fucking PvP back piece by not PvPing? I mean, that do the fractal back piece without doing fractals. It's just. No, I mean, it's just the way to go about it, Though eventually they'll probably add a legendary armor for other game modes as well, right? So yeah, you just have to wait around for something else, right? I mean, I don't think it should. It's the only legendary armor? Yeah, but I mean, the legendary part of legend is only for the skin. The actual legendary component is probably worthless.
Yeah, basically. I think I'm actually going to wager the part of the reason it's taking so long to come out is because they're reworking the rune and sigil system.
If they actually do that, I think.
No, I'm willing to actually bet on that. I don't have any inside information or anything, but I think that that's actually contributing to why it's taking so long.
That's very possible. That's very possible.
Okay, let's suppose that that's actually true. Let's just imagine that that's true. Okay, how much use do you even get out of that?
What do you mean?
So you can unlock runes or something like Rocker was saying. They have a decent solution to the rune problem. Suppose you can actually do it, and you can change the rune. Where do you actually ever use that anyway?
It means that you could move your armor to any character instead of changing your build on that character every time you go from PvE to PvP to whatever. You could also move it to any medium character at the same time. So,
here's the deal then. I mean, if you're a serious player to the point where you probably have legendary armor, you almost certainly have every single set on your characters anyway. You don't transfer your armor, right? You already have the sets. I mean, look, Rocker already has the sets. He has 3 sets for his druid, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Okay, so look, and again, base, here you go. I'd rather swap gear instead of clicking 100 times to swap every single sigil and stats. So here we go. You know, instead of right-clicking on it to change the stats, then you change the rune, you just click and you swap armor.
It'd be good if there was a system that had that in place as well.
Oh, you mean like build templates? Hey!
Like maybe build templates.
Ooh, that would be
that actually had legendary armor built into it in such a way that you could click a build and it swaps all those sigils and things for you. Maybe that's another thing it's waiting for.
I don't know. I just don't like transferring armor between characters. It's just insanely annoying.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't do that. Disgusting. Arc DPS has built templates.
That's because you're rich, Teapot. That's why, and you can afford all these things because you play a lot, and you could buy instant repair counters for 1,000 gold whenever you want, and that's just how you play. Not everybody's like that. Somebody's gonna be like, I'm gonna bypass getting 30 different sets of enchanted armor and get 1 set of legendary armor instead.
Is the type of player who crafts legendary armor also the type of person who is really poor and doesn't play the game that much?
I think they exist.
Yes, that's me. That's actually me. My account value is 93,000 gold, and I have 6 liquid gold.
What do you spend it all on?
Skins.
And writs of masterful strength.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I wonder if it factors in how many transmutation charges and makeover kits I've used, because that would actually make sense if that was the case.
Maybe.
Well, I don't know. I guess it factors in like all of the ascended stuff and my legendaries and my infusions and stuff, if I had to guess.
Anyway, to answer your Teapot, besides Brazil being an example, there are a lot of other people. There are people who won't play the game just to grind it and just to farm for gold every day and be able to buy 30 different sets of ascended armor. There are people who instead, right now, for example, see a legendary weapon, for example, and say, hey, I'm going to go after this legendary weapon, then plays the game, does a bunch of things just in order as a goal to get this legendary weapon. And there are probably people who do the same thing for legendary armor and will do it in the future once it actually comes out.
Okay, you win. I give in. I give in. I go, you fucking me. Okay, fine. Okay, so we've established that there is a use for legendary armor. So basically, they just need to add a way in other game modes to get it. And basically, well, but they probably will make a set for some other game mode eventually.
Maybe.
But the thing is, it's going to take so long.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect it anytime soon. Like, ever.
Yeah.
In the next 2 years, it wouldn't come out.
I still think it should be exclusive. I mean, if it's going to be, if you're going to say, yeah, you do raids to get legendary armor, you shouldn't be able to get it in some other way, because that's just, well, why would you even raid, right? If you can just do it in a trivial way, just like by grinding, that's kind of, well, legendary armor is pointless. GG. I mean, even it kind of is though, because you can just buy raids, I guess. You could just buy raids and get your 100, 150 insights. You know, I know a whole bunch of people who can help you guys out with that if you want to get those 150 insights. Or you can just lie about how many insights you have. Bootsy wootsy. And should you not raid because you like to raid? I mean, people already do that, but why not give you rewards? Oh my god, Fornax, I kind of feel like you're actually trolling me. But what the fuck, dude? It's like you want. Yeah, the gameplay is fun, but if there's no point in doing it, then you know not as many people are gonna do it. People are actually gonna do stuff to get rewarded to a certain extent, right?
I don't know about that. Brazil just spent like 7 weeks trying to get Power Reaper to work.
But yeah, honestly, a big part of the raiding community does just do raids for basically no rewards. So they just grind raids anyway because they actually enjoy raiding and getting better. But that is a lot of people, right? But I mean, to say that it's like, I don't know. Okay, can we just rephrase raids? Okay, okay. Restate that, but say world versus world instead of raids, and then you can kind of see that. Okay, that may not be a particularly sensible statement. Hey, why use world versus world? People complaining about rewards. Shouldn't you be playing it for the fun? Just, okay. You know. But I don't know. It's just a lot of people. The only reason why world versus world is active is because people do it for the gameplay. But I mean, hey, if you want to get people into it, then yeah, you should put a carrot and less of the stick, you know, because right now it's all stick and no carrot for people in world versus world, you know.
It's true.
I'm going to grind Power Reaper in real time.
Right? Are we going to see it right now?
I'm just going to start doing it now, and I'll report back.
Okay.
With my masterful elitism writs. Yep.
Yes.
100 extra power, here we go.
Don't let us distract you, though, eh?
No, I'm good at blocking you out. Don't worry.
Okay, good. Should we take questions from the audience?
Ask us things. Go.
Because I don't think Inks is coming.
No, I think he might not be coming, guys. But I mean, I'm for more open access. It's kind of interesting. Let's see. I mean, yeah, but anyone can raid. You know, anyone can play World vs. World. Anyone can PvP. I think Guild Wars 2 is really accessible. I don't know.
I'm for more open access also for many things. The thing about hold on a second. To get your legendary armor, you need the legendary insights, right? Is that the only thing from raids you need it for?
Yeah. Legendary Insight has no other use. After 450 insights, they have to add a way to do something with it, because then they'll be totally useless.
Right, but what else from raids do you need for legendary armor?
Oh, a bunch of crap you have to collect by killing all the bosses.
Okay, and then is there a bunch of other stuff that's not in raids for you that you need for legendary armor?
Yeah, there's a bunch of little scavenger hunt style thing that you have to run around and collect.
Do you have to go into PvP?
No.
Okay. And you probably don't have to go into World vs. World.
No. It's the PvE legendary armor.
Yeah, so actually I think that maybe they will add other ways of getting different legendary armors.
Oh yeah, they will. Well, I mean, they'll intend to. They will add some kind of... they'll add a different set eventually, right?
Yeah, like maybe... something about, well, maybe not World vs. World, but maybe in PvP, the winners of blah, 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 instead of a legendary back piece, they'll get legendary armor at some point.
I think they... Well,
you think it'd have to be much more accessible?
It will be there'll be a guaranteed way to get it. It won't be you have to be this good at the game. It will it will be like the legendary back piece. You just have to grind and you'll eventually get it.
But the problem is... Yeah, I guess so. The problem is, like, if you're going to give other ways of getting stuff, which I'm totally open to, you have to try to make it on par difficulty. Like, you don't want to make one way significantly easier than a different way.
I don't think so. Like, the PvP, but because it will be a different skin. It will be a different different reward. I mean, look at the PvP and PvE back piece. The PvP back piece is insanely easy to get. The PvE one is a massive pain in the ass. The fractal back piece. No, the fractal back piece. You have to do a massive series of dailies, and you have to do that stupid thing. You have to collect a bunch of pages. It's like, how many pages do you have to get? It's a lot. I don't know how many it is. It's a whole bunch. Whereas PvP, all you have to do is just grind a bunch of games. It's incredibly irritating. Wait, no, actually, I think they're basically just as bad as each other. It's like, there's a lot of grinding. It's like, I think to do the PvP one, it's a minimum 60 days or something. It's like, oh my god.
So it sounds like they're both equally grindy and annoying to get.
I don't know. It's a long time. All of them are a really fucking long grind to get them. Well, pretty long anyway.
Yeah. So
okay, here we go. So the PvE one is expensive and needs 112 pages. PvP needs 60 days. PvP is more painful. Yeah, I mean PvP is painful, dude. Definitely is painful.
Okay, so they're both difficult in different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean that's the way it should be, I think. I think that if they do release new legendary armor in different ways to get them, I don't know how they're going to do it because I want it to be as difficult as it is to get it from raids. Otherwise, people are just going to do that and not do the other stuff. That's how it works. Like, you're not going to go to Ember Bay anymore if the new winter map wasn't nerfed. Before it was nerfed, everybody was there. Nobody was in the other maps.
People aren't... But people are going to still do the game mode they enjoy, though,
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh, 27,492 on
your first try. There you go. Right's the way to go.
I'm missing a +5 power infusion too. I'm just realizing.
Wow. Ruined. It's all ruined.
All right.
It's like 60 DPS.
Here, someone hooked me up. Someone send me a +5 power ghostly infusion so I don't have to go take an infusion off another character. All right, somebody be a bro.
Wow.
Hey, bro.
Somebody do it, because I don't want to reset all of my buffs and switch characters. Be a bro.
Do it. Do it.
Be a bro, everyone.
Help me set the Reaper DPS benchmark.
Well, okay, right. We're actually going to sort this out. I will now illustrate my point, okay? Because I'm going to look on the legend. I'm going on Guild Wars 2 efficiency, guys. Let's look at legendaries. Where's the shitty back piece? Well, where the hell is it? Wait, what? No,
I'll BRB. I'm gonna get some water.
How can I see the crafting price of the legendaries of the back pieces? Oh, I can't. What? Where? Come on, hook me up. Ah, the Ascension. Here we go. So this is why it's fine to have things at a different difficulty to get. So the crafting price of the Ascension is 927 gold. Okay, not bad. That's not too bad, right? 1k gold for you get a legendary back piece, you get a glider, blah blah. That's not too bad. However, for Ad Infinitum, the PvE version, it costs 1.7k gold to craft it.
But you don't have to do any PvP.
No, you have to do fractals, which is kind of the same as PvP because of social awkwardness.
Or just people with you who have social awkwardness.
Yeah. So there you go. See, I mean, it's nearly twice as expensive for the same functionality, yeah? It's just a different skin and different game mode. So there you go.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So there you go. All right. Yeah, I don't know. It's not going to happen anytime soon because if they do it for World versus World legendary armor, what would be the way they implement it? Just a ridiculous grind fest?
Okay, so someone actually sent me a ghostly infusion.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Someone sent me 10 gold for a trading post in PC. Is this real?
This is
all right. So Ellis and Avalon.
How much is a ghostly infusion worth?
And HP backstab. You guys are awesome.
Guys?
Wow.
Oh, wow, that's fucking Rima. Holy shit. Nice one, Rima. Rima,
really
where's my ghostly? Where is it? I don't see it. Look. I'm waving my mailbox. Where is it? Stream, help me, please. Yeah, wow. White knighting Brazil, disgusting behavior.
200 gold. My goodness.
I wasn't really expecting that, but honestly, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Okay, so you better break 28K now. That's all
If
I'm
I
saying.
got 27,492 on my first shot, the numbers were lower than what I'd got when I rolled like 27 before. I'm pretty sure I can actually hit 28K with this.
Do it. Do it now.
No
Yeah, I
worries.
think I can hit 28K.
Can you screen share?
It'll be really laggy.
Okay. Okay, more questions from the audience.
Well,
I have to leave in 15 minutes.
Well, hang on. We need to go back to because a bunch of questions did actually get asked. And by the way, no worries, Formax. We always answer everything here. We have all the solutions. Okay. And there we go. Let's see. Hamato asks us, do you think more people play World versus World than raids, or more raids than World versus World? That's actually a really interesting question.
Yeah.
I actually don't know.
I think there's more I think probably more World versus.
Yeah,
I think there's currently more dedicated raiders, or there was when the raids were new. But I think there's more World versus World overall, like people popping in and out all the time. I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think
because there's no barrier to getting into World versus World. It's pretty straightforward and easy, and nobody really
just run around in a big ball and kill.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple stuff,
Mm.
Yeah. So I think more people play World versus World. Let's see, there's some other random questions as well. Can the NA raid scene be saved? No.
I think D&T would have to.
I was on NA just the other day, looking in the LFG, just raid cells. That's it. Fucking yummy sauce.
Ouch. Cyhan, yeah, okay. Cyhan saying there is a barrier for World vs. World because the community is one of the worst, or is the worst one out there. That's not necessarily true. In high tier World vs. World, probably you're right, but in normal World vs. World, people are very helpful and nice, and you don't even have to go on to a TeamSpeak or anything in order to get into it. You can just hop on and do some World vs. World, and nobody's going to yell at you.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I mean, Plenix is in World vs. World. He's a very toxic player. That means World vs. World is toxic. Let's be honest here. Let's see what else. What other fucking is Guild Wars 2 dead game? Lol. No, we're good. We're alive. We're keeping it alive. Does too much raid selling kill the spirit of potential aspiring raiders? No, I don't see why it would. It doesn't seem that there's much raiding going on NA.
The selling raids, was that the question?
Yeah, does selling raids kind of what was the exact question? Does too much raid selling kill the spirit of potential aspiring raiders? Well,
if the only looking for groups out there is people selling raids, that does probably create some problems.
Yeah, and I think it potentially. That there are probably some players who kind of think, you know what, maybe I should practice my skills and raid. But then they kind of think, you know what, actually, I can't be fucked. I'm just going to buy raids. So that kind of maybe prevents some people going in. And it seems that everyone on NA is rich as fuck. And everyone in EU is really poor, okay? Because somehow, they managed to sell stuff for raid buying is more expensive on NA, guys. On EU, it's cheap as fuck, okay?
How much is it on NA?
I don't know, what the fuck, on NA, you can sell challenge mode for 300 gold. What the hell? How did you... It's like people are complaining if you try and sell it for 100 gold on EU. It's just, wow, the NAs they just love money, They have so much money. So much credit card farming. So, Hamata's got it right. People are actually just credit card, they just put the credit card in the raid. And they get
Inks is online.
Inks? He's here?
Online.
Holy shit. We can add him to the call at last.
Yes.
Because people on EU have brain to do raids themselves? I don't know. I think there are plenty of decent players, really good players on NA. It's just... There just aren't... The community just doesn't seem to be as active, you have definitely very solid guilds on NA. It's just... There just doesn't seem to be the same level of of engagement on NA. It's like EU is a lot more active. Although actually, let's have a look at the LFG right now. There's not that much on EU. I mean, look at this. We have 4 groups here in the LFG: Veil Guardian, 20 Legendary Insights, Magi Druid. Ooh, Celestial Lust recruiting. Steady Group is recruiting. We need experience. Oh, actually, some more are appearing now. Here we go. Flax selling KC. Good price right now. No waiting. 100 Legendary Insights, Gorseval. What? Anyone for non-meta Veil Guardian? Low Legendary Insights, welcome. Okay, that'll be. Teapot is trash. Nice one, Terry. Steady Group. You got some. You have got some stuff, but it's not a lot. It is Sunday as well, so like fuck all people are around.
So one of the questions wasn't it like, is NA salvageable? Is it gonna come back for raids? I think so. As soon as a new raid is released, there's gonna be a huge influx again.
Yeah. That goes for everyone. Like the entire raid scene is drained right now, basically, because people are going, holy shit, we've been doing the same raid wings for 7 months. This is getting out of hand. I mean, and that's true, right? The population is probably relatively speaking, very, very low right now, because nothing's happened. And if you're only interested in making 1 legendary insight, a lot of players just quit at 150. Legendary armor, rather. So you know what? I mean, Bootsy Wootsy. He used to be a pretty dank meme around here. He got... Oh, here's Inks.
Oh.
World of Inks.
The good news is I have not rolled less than 27k yet. The bad news is I have not broken 27.5k yet.
Uh-oh.
So this thing is definitely making a noticeable difference.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. So it is better than 12% crit damage. Good to know. Where were we? Oh, yeah. So I also think that another thing that'll revitalize the whole raid scene in general is if and or when, hey, how's it going? If and or when they release images or whatever, when they show what legendary armor looks like, and if it looks really good. If it looks really good, that will help.
Yep,
because then people will be like, I want that.
I want it. Gonna get it. Yeah, for sure.
How you doing there, Inks? Are you sleeping?
So, for some reason, this morning, my brain decided tea time starts at 4 o'clock my time. So, set my alarm.
In what world does it ever do that?
I don't know. My brain just said that's when it starts. So I set my alarm. I got up like 3 minutes ago. And as I got up and I'm starting to get ready for tea time, I'm like, wait a minute, we usually end about 5 o'clock. How does that make any sense? I'm like, well, shit, tea time starts at 2 o'clock, not 4 o'clock.
Well, it's good because I have to leave in like 5-10 minutes. So you guys can continue with you as the new.
We're rotating in and out.
Yeah,
here.
Exactly.
It's good.
Holy fuck. I don't know how I made that mistake. I was just like, wait a minute. We like end at like 5 o'clock and it's almost 4. I think I fucked the times up.
Nice. So what are you bringing us? What kind of new topics of conversation do you want to talk about?
What did you guys talk? Well, so much to talk about. What did I miss? What did you guys cover today? So let's
Brazil is almost cracking 28k on his Power Reaper.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I've seen some of the conversations involving that. That's pretty interesting stuff. Almost relevant.
Almost relevant.
Almost relevant, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, I really hope that. So the last time we seen a balance patch, it was very small. It was right before season 5, and it was just PvP focused because, of course, PvP seasons. So I hope that when we do get a raid, which I expect will be sometime in February, probably mid to late February would be my guess.
So you think an announcement like next week?
Next week or the week after.
All right. Continue.
Well, because next week is a regular patch week. It's Tuesday. I really hope we were going to see something, but I don't think we're going to see anything because ArenaNet is still like waking up from their holiday slumber. So unfortunately, I think next Tuesday is going to be another Gemstore patch day. I think that's going to be it. Maybe we'll get a current event, but hey, let's not get too excited here. There's Lunar New Year. I don't know when that's supposed to hit, but pretty soon. I think it was February last year. I don't know how the Chinese New Year falls, but it's the year of the cock, so that should be exciting. And I think we're going to see a raid like late February.
Okay.
Now, when we see that raid, I really hope
they also do a patch.
Yeah, I'm probably reaching for the stars a little bit, but I'm hoping for a PvE balance patch.
They can't do that at the same time as the raid, though.
Why not?
Why not?
Because if they radically change PvE and then they say, well,
good,
go do a raid with the new.
Go figure it out, plebs.
Yeah, they haven't figured it out.
Good. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's even better, right? Because
that's
even better because you'll have guilds who have no fucking idea how build crafting works, how to come up with your own build, or how to tweak existing builds. Exactly. It'll make the environment even more interesting, wouldn't it?
It'll give Salt a really good chance of getting world first again.
Yeah, because we invented Medic Necro and just cheesed Matthias to death with it.
Exactly.
That was pretty good.
What it really means is that QT will just have a bigger advantage than they already have.
No. What if they remove Elementalists from the game? What are QT going to do then?
Just entirely?
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone.
That's never going to happen.
You just see, we have disabled the Elementalist class because fuck you, that's why, and it's just gone.
Staff 2 no longer does damage.
Oh, no, Staff no longer does damage. Fireball does 0 damage.
Elementalist has been revenant.
Yeah.
I just had another thought too. When does PvP end? February 7th. So 2 weeks after. There you go.
There you go.
Perfect timing.
Perfect time to balance the game.
So hold on a
PvP
second.
is no longer relevant after the season is over, and there you go. Perfect time.
But they're going to have to release
patch.
something at the same time as taking away the PvP, right?
Well, no, not necessarily. I mean, they could, but not necessarily.
I think what's going to happen is next interesting patch is going to be Living World stuff. The next 2 weeks after that will be Raid. Probably Raid, and then or would you think it would come out at the same time?
No, they don't necessarily have to, because the Raid team works a lot like the World vs. World team. In that they can release content whenever it's ready.
Yeah, but they also probably shouldn't come at
bringing
the same time.
Fire. Holy shit! Can we get some curse lit in chat? Oh my god.
Actually, I spent a lot of time in World vs. World this week.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what a mess!
What were you doing?
Did you have fun?
So I was basically just gaining the system because it allows you to do that easily. I would just run out, capture a camp, kill a couple Dolyaks, kill a couple of guards, get the favor up to cap, and then I just go sit at my home spawn and just sit there until the rewards run out. And then when they're about to run out, I just run up, capture a camp again, run back to start. That's all I did for I was watching a movie or something in the background.
Did you enjoy
it's
that
really
gameplay?
sad.
It was a good gameplay?
Yeah, it was good. It was fantastic. Fantastic gameplay. To be fair, there was a couple of times where a commander would spawn into the map and he'd be like, "Hey, there's a whole bunch of guys. Let's go take a keep or something." I'd be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, let's go do that. That sounds like fun."
So what server are you
on? Sea of Sorrows, which
that's not high level, right?
This is the role.
It's I just made Plenix sad. The population is there's a lot of players playing, but the other servers that they fight against seem to have more people.
Just to make sure there's no queue, is there? Otherwise,
so on Friday there was a small queue for
okay, and you were just people. Saving a spot in there.
No, I was going to maps that didn't have any queue. I'm not waiting
okay, good.
No, I'm not waiting in a queue. Are you kidding me? Come on.
Good.
The question I have to ask Ewings is will you even ever get to play any of the content because you're going to delete all your characters by then? I saw nice
Oh
Twitter
my
inks.
gosh,
You're considering resetting your account? Oh my god.
Yeah, I want to so badly.
Dude, you'd get some serious YouTube video. You could get some YouTube
Wouldn't that be a
hits right
great
there.
video?
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be a great video?
deleting all my level. Yeah.
Inks, if you do reset your account, please
This
send
is the
stuff
role.
to me.
This is definitely.
Send it to me and send it to Teapot, send it to Brazil, send it to your friends, to your fans even. Don't just delete it.
Delete
please.
it. Honestly, delete it. Do an account tour. Oh my! Do an account tour, but at the end you just delete all your characters.
No, okay. Do an account tour, but then at the end, instead of just deleting everything, buy a bunch of Mystic coins and then delete everything.
I don't have that much gold, so it wouldn't matter. I would make no difference in the Mystic coin market.
That would be beautiful.
That whole thing is pretty interesting. That started this past week, didn't it? The whole Mystic coin debacle.
Yeah, people going crazy, people mass buying them just to troll people.
Where delusional players think they're going to make a difference in the Mystic coin market by buying them.
Yeah.
What's really great about that whole...
That wasn't the roll. Oh my gosh. I
much
had the highest rolls I had ever gotten up until the last one. And the last output was 27,414.
Oh, that's...
I had over 25 for the first one. The second one was 24.5 when it's usually like 23.7. The one right before the last one was like 26.9. And the very last one was 27,414.
What's your build? Maybe I'll see what I can do.
Like what part
it's
of
probably
it?
full min-max, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. What? Okay, so you have 100% crit chance.
Yeah.
Do you have anything above 100% crit chance?
I have 50.04 on the hero panel.
Just use a night sigil.
That was no.
Do it. Just cheat.
That's BS.
Cheat, Brazil. Why not?
I mean, like that would just invalidate all the time I've spent.
Yeah,
That's
but you could also get big numbers.
Yeah, I could get 28k on the first try with that.
I've got a good tip for you there, Brazil. You know what you should do?
What?
You should relog to Elementalist and then just do more damage than 27 first try.
What? Okay, so you're doing spite.
Wait, what's a thesis? Wait, what? Is that the thing that I have right now?
Yeah, that's what you have. Plus 200 power. Well, for, for...
Is it called Writ of Masterful Strength, or is it called Thesis?
The thesis is the... Oh, yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, if you're going by your hero panel's wrong, so you're overcapping on crit right now.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter at that point, because like, I'm not converting the vitality anymore.
That's true. That's true.
The power and ferocity are the same regardless. So like my HP value doesn't actually matter, which is right now it's 28,400 exactly, so that's pretty cool.
So you're doing spite, reaper, and what?
Blood magic.
Blood magic. And we're sure blood magic is the way to go.
So what if you went soul reaping, because you get a 5% modifier in soul reaping?
Yeah.
Instead of blood magic, but that reduces the well cooldown.
Oh, that's true.
What is it? Sorry, blood magic reduces which cooldown?
Well cooldowns.
Well,
20% well cooldown.
Well, it's not that much damage, the wells in the end. Like, I actually think you should just be doing Gravedigger instead of the wells, or instead of at least one of the wells in after 50%.
Yeah, Well of Corruption's probably not worth it after 50%.
Yeah.
So it's, which one is it? The buff, hold on, let me find it.
That's pretty interesting, actually. Okay, so what else do you get in soul reaping? You don't get anything else, do you? No.
You just get 5% damage.
Yeah, but you don't get anything else. You don't get any other modifiers.
You could also do Death Perception and then just go full vitality.
But that's only in Shroud, isn't it? And Shroud is DPS. Ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Let's see, what else have we got here? No, there's nothing else here. All you'd have is Strength of Undeath. Is the 5% modifier better than Wells' 20% cooldown reduction and extra life
and the lifesteal?
And Blood Bond as well.
Yeah, Blood Bond actually does make a difference.
Makes a pretty big difference.
I'll try it and see. We'll find out.
We will find out.
No, I don't think it is. Because the lifesteal is surprisingly good as well. It racks up.
Yeah, it is.
It's not hard to try it out.
It's not, but I don't think it's going to...
You don't have to change any of your equipment.
I don't think it's going to be good.
Let's see. If it's like lower than 20, if it's lower than 27, I don't think it's going to be worth it.
You know, hold on a second.
What?
No, never mind. Someone said use curses with target the weak, but I don't know if that's really that useful.
No, he doesn't need crit chance. He doesn't need crit chance.
I don't need crit chance.
Yeah. What else could you use? So?
What's this whole conversation about? North America people are having problems selling their raids or something?
Well,
maybe it's just a meme. I don't know.
Arcane is saying that US don't get people buying their raids anymore because they think US stands for United States and Trump is president. Is that actually true though? I mean, come on.
United Stats. I mean, obviously that's not true, but I was thinking that maybe people in NA are having trouble selling raids now. I don't know whether that's true or not.
I think it's because that Yummy sells so many raids that no one actually needs them anymore.
Well, I was gonna say Yummy doesn't seem to have any problem selling raids.
The market is saturated, and the EU raid selling scene is just fucking pure memes right now, with all the guilds stabbing each other in the back, trying to undercut each other, getting salty at each other, trolling each other in the LFG. It's actually really, really funny. It's actually glorious. But I don't know. The raid selling scene in EU is really funny, and NA, they just make a lot of money. Okay, they make a fuck ton of money. The NA is just milking people, you know? That's what it is. Yummy just spends all his time on stream just milking people. The easy gold. Yeah, Soul Reaping, yeah, I don't think it's worth. EU nerds mad? Yeah, they are. They are. There's some angry nerds on EU, guys. Some very, very angry nerds.
Yeah, Yummy has... I watched him this week. He was having no issue selling raids to anybody.
Yeah. I don't doubt it. I see him all the time.
I'm on the edge of my seat about what Brazil's doing right now.
I am too.
I don't think it's going to be good though.
No.
Is it ever? Is it ever worth to go into Shroud, Brazil? Maybe.
Nope.
Not even for the spin.
It's not.
Okay. No, there was a post on Reddit about that this week on how transmutation spells like Death Shroud, like Rampager, etc., how they operate even in PvE on the level 78 weapon skill or whatever it is, weapon strength.
Yeah, the Lich form uses a level 78 blue staff as weapon or something for some really weird reason.
Didn't Revenant have that problem as well at Heart of Thorn, like for several months after raids launched?
Did it?
Hell, maybe 6 months. I know that their auto attack wasn't hitting.
Oh, the sword, yeah, the sword auto attack. The weapon strength was wrong, always wrong on it. Yeah, yeah, it was just broken. But then they just nerfed it anyway. Rip.
Here, we fixed it. We normalized it for you. We need to nerf it now. You were too strong when it was level 78, so.
Hold on, Necromancer minion.
Minions.
Would one of the minions, any of them, the strongest utility one, do enough damage to replace the darkness well? Not the darkness well, the corruption well?
Bone minions? I get maybe bone minions could be good because of they steal life with blood as well.
I got 27,191 with the
what heal skill?
Soul Reaping instead.
What?
Blood Fiend.
Blood Fiend. Yeah. Okay. And then the elite uses the Golem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't actually, without blood magic, I don't think Well of Corruption is even worth taking.
I don't think it is. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking maybe change it for a minion.
Yeah.
Bone minions.
I think bone minions are probably better.
I wonder. I'm going to look up which has the best damage.
I think it will probably be the bone minions, or the bone fiend maybe, because he attacks twice.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know, but the flesh worm kind of hits hard as well, actually.
Yeah, but you have to hit it for it to hit.
Boner minions. Boner
Yeah,
minions
right.
instead. I do like minions, guys. It's a shame that they deleted Condi Minion Necro from the game. I actually saw a fun Reddit post saying that they should add another signet. Like a minion.
I'd be fine with
I
that.
actually think they definitely should. That would be pretty fucking cool. I think an elite signet would be good because but then guys, think about Spite reducing the cooldown with signets of suffering. Holy shit!
They're saying the Devourer Fiend's the best.
The Fiend? Yeah, I think that could be true.
I don't actually know if anything other than Gravedigger is worth using below 50%.
I think you could be right there. Wait, what's the Well of Suffering though? Is only 1/4 second cast time though, and it does a lot of damage.
Shroud
it
skill
does-
5 might be
Nah, it's too slow. Way too slow.
It's way too slow.
After 25%?
Yeah, it's
It would
so
be worth
slow.
using to hit the very last like HP off of the thing. How much damage is it? No, it's not. It's not even
I don't
better
know.
than Gravedigger.
So Soul Spiral is definitely not worth using.
No.
You don't think?
No.
No, it does so
Nightfall
much damage
is
though.
worth using.
Yeah.
Yeah, but has a 1-second cast time.
Yeah. No, not Death Spiral. I mean, the Shroud 4. Shroud 4.
Yeah, but the cast is long on that too.
Yeah, but look at the tooltip damage. It does so much.
It does less than Gravedigger.
Okay.
My
Fair
Gravedigger tooltip is 5200.
Maybe Shadow Fiend.
Nah, Shadow Fiend is hell garbage.
Yeah,
And not even in a good way.
it attacks faster.
But I don't know, it doesn't fucking do anything. All he does is basically kind of bop the enemy gently.
Yeah.
He gently bops the enemy. That's all he does.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does do that.
Yeah.
It's a shame. On the Guild Wars 2 wiki, not all of them are fleshed out. Like, it only tells you how fast the Blood Fiend and the Flesh Worm
So
attack. How
are you telling me that there hasn't been enough research into minion DPS?
into minions. That's
Into
correct.
minion DPS? It's because
Yeah.
Necromancer's a dead class, literally and figuratively.
Ah.
Yeah. Just like
Oh, I
Revenant.
gotta go, guys. I really gotta
All right,
go.
okay. Run away. Quickly sell out, please. Quickly.
I am World of
sell
Enders. I am an American now. Well, not technically, but I'm in America now. So I have better internet. See you guys later.
yourself. See you later.
Bye.
See ya, Boots.
Thanks for coming. Off he goes. How do we rate meta battle? Yeah, those builds are fine.
Most
up
of
to
them.
date. Up to date most of the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, people still do mass necros in fractals. It's hilarious. Like that's your
It's still
fault, Brazil.
good. Oh,
You
it's-
did that. This was your fault. Brazil made fucking 4 necros, 1 druid meta now in
It's
Pugs.
good. It's still good.
Pug fractals.
Yeah, it's okay, but in NA especially, if you go to look for a fractal at reset, it's either there's 2 categories. It's Condi only, so it's mostly necros. Maybe there's a ranger in there, or it's all necros. They don't even fuck the healing class. They just take all necros and nothing else.
Yep. Don't
And you'll
need
see like
anything else.
5 or 6 groups like that. Oh, I'm all zoomed in.
Marty
Good.
says it's never been good, Brazil. How do you respond to Marty?
I mean, I think Marty is self-explanatory.
Wow, that's
I wonder
interesting. That's
when is Marty going to get into?
I can just have Brobo, my protege, tell you about Marty.
Wow.
That's right. I'm Lord of
Lord
the
of
split
TeaTime.
screen.
Being spread out to half the screen. Talk about drama. There isn't any funny drama though right now, is there? Is there any funny drama? I'm missing some hilarious drama. That's why we need another raid wing, actually. We need another
The
raid
Bone
wing.
Fiends are worse.
Oh, rip.
And I think that Soul Reaping is worse.
Yeah, I think it is as well. Yeah. I think a new raid wing will get some guilds will be disqualified from World First, even though they didn't do anything. This will cause drama. This will cause the guilds to hate each other again. And then there we go. Then we'll be in a happy state again. Okay, Brobo's giving us drama. Go on, Brobo. Let's go. Let's go. Why don't you create some
Fear my
drama?
puss.
I'm too old for this shit, man. I can't be creating drama. Rocker, your druid build is complete garbage. Wow. Brobo, just roasting Rocker right there. If you think druid
That's
DPS
Rocka
equals...
about the time I got him kicked out of the pug raid I was in.
He already mentioned that, actually. Druid DPS equals Mesmer DPS. You're retarded. Forehead. Wow. What the fuck? Bro, what's Chrono D? Wow, it's actually drama. We should actually go in Discord. These guys could fucking just hash it out. Regen is better than Grace of the Land? But why not have both?
Why not have both?
Yeah. Wow. Look at this. This is bullying. Base is just ganging up. Oh, Thy Shadow Paladin. Okay, we should get Thy Shadow Paladin on tea time. Okay, come on. Can we not have Thy Shadow Paladin on tea time? That'd be so good. He could come and tell us about how to play Chrono.
Who is that?
Yeah, I don't.
You know the guy who commented on your Chrono video saying that you don't, asking if it's correct to not use Continuum Split.
The legendary armor. You know what worries me about legendary armor is that the latest outfits that they're releasing, which have effects built into them, like the Ice Winter one and the Halloween one with the grabbing hands, which isn't active all the time. It's only active when you're not moving. However, the Winter's Day one, or the Ice Armor one, whatever it's called, has that glow effect, sort of, depending on how you color it. I imagine that outfits are just going to get better looking and more effecty than legendary armor, and it just comes out faster, and you just pay for it, rather than have to do any sort of work to get it.
I mean, that's just Guild Wars 2, isn't it? I mean, you can just take the shortcut if you really want to.
Yeah, sure, the shortcut exists. I mean, you can even do the shortcut for legendary armor, right? You can just, if you're on North America, you can just call up Yummy and he'll carry you through the content and it'll be fine. But I don't know. I think like outfits had a certain place that were semi-acceptable for those who like to buy outfits. And I feel like, by adding effects onto them like that, and the effects are getting better via through the different iterations, I feel like it continues to cheapen the other armor or lack thereof that's in the game or in the game.
By the way,
yeah, that is kind of the name of the game, though, isn't it? To a certain extent, I mean, that's just how Guild Wars 2 is. The gem store stuff, kind of. Well, that's pretty fucking good, But there's a certain level of prestige to actually having something within the game, rather than just, this was 800 gems on the gem store. It looks pretty cool. And there's a whole bunch of stuff, like the dragon wing. The glint wings are such a great example of this, right? Because they look so good. They're like amazing.
Right.
They look incredibly awesome. Like as good, maybe better than some of the legendary back pieces. I think better than the glider is better than the fractal back piece. I think the glittery wings, and they even flap. That's pretty cool. But I mean, that's just how it goes.
It's just another example of how newer gem store items are undercutting the rarer items in the game. If I get a legendary anything, it should certainly have more effects and look cooler than anything sold on the gem store. I would hope, but that's becoming less and less the case anymore.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think legendary armor will be, it might be pretty good. I mean,
I'm fairly satisfied with the way heavy looks, but yeah. I don't know. I just have this feeling like I'm going to make legendary armor someday, and they'll just release a gem store skin that just looks better.
I mean, legendary armor will always have the advantage. It will always have the advantage that it's not an outfit, though. And outfits, come on, fuck outfits. Sort of. Yeah.
don't know.
You can't mix and match pieces. That kind of sucks. Like you can, even if you don't like all of legendary armor, you can use a piece of legendary armor, right? For example, there are some pieces of the precursor armor that looks a lot better than the rest of the set, but you can now choose to use some of it. Whereas outfit, you're stuck with it. You just got to suck it up.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said about that as well. I don't know.
And you're also unique. Well, more unique. Well, you can't be. You guys, don't make this mistake that I just made. You're either unique or you're not. Okay, you can't be more or less unique. You can. It's a yes or a no. You're either unique or you're not. But you're rare. You're a rare Pepe if you have legendary armor because less people will have it, right? Whereas you can just everyone can just pull out that sweet credit card or farm some multi loot for ages.
And get legendary armor.
And get an outfit, not legendary armor.
Yeah, they can. It's the same thing. It just takes longer.
Just costs you.
Just gonna cost you a lot more. You know, Yummy, he will give you legendary armor.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't really bother me that much because you have to pay through the nose for it. But I don't know.
Okay.
The whole legendary weapon thing is a farce anyway. There's nothing special really about it. Anybody can get one. It's not really that difficult. It's just about gold. It's just about the credit card farm.
Pretty much.
And I guess like that didn't used to bother me so much, but I guess the longer I play, the more it just irks the hell out of me that there's nothing in the game that is not. There's very little in the game that is prestigious or special, I guess.
I guess.
But doing
that's because it's a friendly
DPS on Power Reaper is special.
How did you do it, Brazil?
I didn't yet. I'm working on it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, maybe you'll get there eventually, but then again, maybe you won't.
I do understand what people are saying, and there is something pretty cool about seeing somebody with a legendary or, when legendary armor exists in reality. That'll be cool to see. Lots of people will have it because it's really not that difficult to get or make. And some small portion or some portion of the player base will have just bought it. But I think the majority will have probably earned it, at least at first. As time goes on, it'll mean less and less, but I'm just scared that they'll release it and then they'll release an 800 or 700 gem outfit that has more effects than, the legendary armor that took more than a year to put into the game.
The legendary armor does seem that it will have that, the unique feature that it does dynamically change. When you go in combat, it changes its model, little pieces of it.
Yeah.
Start moving, so that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, you become the Guyver if you're wearing heavy armor.
Exactly. I mean, hey, maybe that will be something that only the legendary armor will have. I mean, it's not unlike... It may end up on a gem store skin eventually, but at least for a while you'll have the cool stuff,
Reddit will go mad.
And, this is the thing. 1UP, 1UP is right here. If they ever make anything that's actually legitimately you can only access it through skill, the community is just gonna. There'll be riots. People are gonna go crazy. And there we go.
I suppose there's some truth to that.
Well,
or a good amount of truth to that.
Inks, don't you want the Guild Wars 2 community to be the friendliest MMO community? Are you a toxic player?
Yes. Get the fuck out of my group. Stay out.
Do you kick revenants from your groups if you see them?
No. Actually, the last couple of I haven't raided in a long time, but the last couple of fractal groups I've had, it's been double revenant, which is terrible. It's terrible.
Double revenant.
I mean, it's fractal, so unless you're doing CM 100, it doesn't matter. And even then, it's
And even then, you can do it solo with revenant. Good job, Deroya.
I couldn't, but Deroyer could.
Yeah. It just takes a while, You can either do it with 5 people, it takes a few minutes, or you can do it with 1 revenant, and it takes 40 minutes to do the last boss of challenge mode. There you go.
Shroud 4 isn't worth using.
Oh, rip. Even above 50%?
It's not worth it.
Oh. What if
the auto attack is better?
The auto attack is better, really? That's actually kind of surprising. I guess it's trash then. Lol.
Yeah, that's interesting, and I guess I'm a little surprised ArenaNet went and removed the AP from those SPVP titles that only so many people can, a limited number of people could actually get. Actually, only one person could get, obviously, the number one title, right?
We are number one.
So,
yeah, they just throw games and pay people to get.
Oh, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
PvP is a whole other. PvP is a whole other ball of nonsense.
Well, I don't know. It was one guy who got a little bit triggered that he couldn't get his juicy AP, but I mean, the people who
I really like achievement points, and I like to go out and get myself some achievement points, but it didn't bother me that I was going to miss a couple, because I don't get some PvP title.
As most people who do only PvP don't really care about achievement points anyway, so it doesn't even matter. So yeah, it doesn't even matter even a little bit. So I don't know. That was just kind of whining, but whatever. They did it. It doesn't really matter if there's AP or not, because again, the people who are going to get the titles don't really care about AP. So there you go.
Or mini llamas for the most part.
Ooh, mini llamas. I mean, all you have to do is beat all the chests, and you get the llama anyway. So easy. There you go. I don't know. Do you have anything else to talk about? Not really. Give content, please. ArenaNet, add raid. Add raid to the game.
Raid.
Yeah.
Story.
Living story, yes.
Event.
Go.
Something.
Some things. Oh yeah, actually there's one more question that actually got asked. What do you guys think? What do we think about multi-loot not being deleted from the game yet?
Well, whatever changes they're going to do to multi-loot won't come until there's a big patch. So they're not just going to randomly add something like that into the game, I don't think. I think they're just going to, that'll come at a later time.
Yeah.
Maybe with the next patch, maybe. That's kind of when I would expect to see it, but
I think
the next PvE patch, that is.
Yeah. I think it's going to be good too, because raid selling is now better, because all the ectos I've got banked up will go increase in price.
There you go.
There you go. So I just make money instantly.
I haven't done a multi-loot in forever.
Yeah, neither have I.
Should.
You kind of think, oh, the money is so good, but then you realize, I can't be bothered to do this, so I'm not going to. And I go back to AFKing instead.
I just log out. So yeah.
You log out and delete another character.
Yep. See, the problem with deleting characters is, I feel like, most of the classes in the game I don't actually like. I have zero joy or interest in playing. But the problem is that when the new expansion comes out, what if they do something like they did with Thief, where I actually enjoy playing Thief now? Before, Thief was a class I never would have looked at. I didn't enjoy it, but I actually really like Daredevil, and I like Staff. So I actually enjoy playing that class generally now anyway. So my fear is that these classes that I don't really like, or that I don't have any interest in playing, the next Elite spec might make them more enticing, and then I got to remake the character, and it lacks a birthday, which aren't overly appealing to me anyway, since it just gives you dies. But
I think it's better than nothing, though.
Oh, the reward is great. It just doesn't.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. Yeah, you have everything already.
I have the dies, so it doesn't help me, unfortunately.
Yeah. Fair enough. In that case, I think we might as well just wrap this up here. It's tea time has happened. We had the tag team. It's tag team tea time. That's what this is. See, Boots goes. We bring Inks in. It's actually all planned. You've just arrived. Just arrived in time. You've got time efficient sellout. I mean, look at this. You've been here what? Kind of half an hour. Time to chill. Time to expose yourself before these people.
First world problems.
Okay. First world problems indeed. Yeah.
What? Why do I need every die when there are only 4 viable dies?
Wow.
That's a good point, Mikey. He's not totally wrong. He's not totally wrong.
Yeah, there are a lot of dies that just never really get used.
You want to know what's frustrating when you have all the dyes in the game, but you still can't find the correct color to dye your armor to match the color of Bloodstone weapons.
Oh. What? Not even the Bloodstone colors do it?
It's no, they're not. They're not. Depending on the armor you're trying to dye, they don't exactly look like the same color.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. But anyway, who are you, MMO Inks, and how did you get in this podcast?
Well, I just randomly woke up from a long winter's nap, and I just came on the podcast. It's just how it works, guys. If you want to be on Tea Time, just take a nap, wake up in the middle of a show, and just call Brazil.
Yeah, that's how it works.
You can find me on Twitter. I'm working on Twitch. I think I finally have a solution on how to get Guild Wars 2 to run on my computer while I need to run the other things on another system so that my computer doesn't burst into flames in the middle of the stream. So that's almost worked out. That'll be exciting. It should be ready by February sometime.
Oh.
The streaming will be back.
Inks will return to Twitch. Twitch.tv/MMOinks. Easy.
Yeah, that should be fun. And I'm working on YouTube stuff, but it's a matter of time.
That's pretty cool. You can find out all about right versions again.
Sure.
The alternative versions.
We can try that.
Yeah.
That's where you really enjoy a song, and then men just come and scream and moan at you.
Yeah, they just come.
They certainly do. This is the year of the cock, so I mean, you have to expect it. But yeah, Brazil, you've been in the background grinding Power Reaper RNG, and no doubt we will see videos about this shortly. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
I'm Brazil. I'm in constant conflict with Power Reaper and ArenaNet. So if you'd like to see more of the drama, I guess, follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/BrazilGW2. I've got a mediocre roll right now. It's like 24.4K for the first 80%. Live narration.
So exciting.
So yep, if you're a Power Reaper enthusiast, the best place to go is to Brazil.
Yeah,
Brazil, you can always drop Reaper, vanilla Power Necro. How about that?
I've taken up Nemesis Mantle.
Yeah, become the Necromancer.
Yep.
Wait, so you're gonna make a 3-part series now on Power Reaper?
I might.
Is his mantle white?
It's a white cis mantle.
White cis mantle.
I have that name on my alt account.
Oh man,
that's pretty good. Well, check out Brazil for Power Reaper gameplay in current year. And then the last thing you need to do is, of course, follow this stream. I'm sure you've felt emotionally, physically enriched by observing this tea time, well, listening to this tea time, just experiencing it in some ways. Yeah, 2 inks. He's spread across.
Just fucking with the camera now.
Yeah. Oh my god, terrifying. So yeah, follow this stream if you really like it, or you just want to waste some money. Subscribe to the stream. Easy emotes. You have the best emotes in all of Twitch by far. Actually, it's not actually particularly close. It will also improve your life in general just by being subscribed. You know, you're gonna be seeing positive effects.
Oh, I went by Team Talima's stream last night, and she said, "Congrats on your partnership." By the way,
that's very kind. Actually, I'll have to go around and I have to host sometime. But she always streams really late. Feels bad, man. And she doesn't play Guild Wars 2 anymore. What happened there? What the fuck?
No, it's
coding a game.
It's like creative stuff, right? Coding and.
It's not really the same as Guild Wars 2.
What do you think, disembodied head?
27-210. 27-210, not good enough.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
my highest roll was like 27-496, and I was missing the +5 power.
What a disaster! Rip.
Missing the +5 power infusion.
Denied. Well, you just better grind RNG for another few hours, and you'll eventually get there. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. We host now, and come back and watch all of our videos. And Inks is you've got a really long arm there. It actually looks really funny. Your arm extends across the entire stream. Yeah. Subscribe for quality YouTube
big.
content like Minstrel Chrono. Yeah, exactly. That Minstrel Chrono video. I'm making it. I'm gonna make it after the stream. Even I'm gonna do stuff on the video immediately after the stream. But it's taken a while, guys. It's taken a while. Okay. And yeah. Thanks for watching. Farewell, my friends. Have a
Do
good,
we wait for
good
one
life.
more Power Reaper roll?